everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Razin, currently as Professor Xavier Thoriston von Eucalyptus, and this is Minecraft with the All the Mods 8 mod pack. I just decided to give a view from inside the aquarium to start with. Now we can go ahead and get back to it. So we left off having gotten started working on some of the applied energistics stuff. We made all these nice little crystals. We got some automation set up. Thanks to Fetch's quest to go get a deer. Before I do it, why would I do it dead? Why am I dying, Dunbrine? Rygon?
Yes.
I think my life is in danger. I think Dunbrine's trying to kill me. Oh
Okay.
no, Dunbrine. I think he's got one particular card. A particular set of cards to make me regret my life choices of including it in the first place. Save me, Rygon!
I do not know how. Therefore, I shall mute you instead, so I do not have to hear the screams.
What? Wow, Rygon!
Mute.
Okay. I can use... Oh, right. This has, iron effectiveness against all blocks. Excellent. 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 You know, I think I'm gonna retire this pickaxe. This is technically a shovel, but it is kind of what I use now. I need to find another one of those orange enemies and go kill it. Better be careful, Rygon. You might be next.
Next for what? The throw?
No. No. For death! Mwah!
Oh.
I don't really know. I'm just vibing today. Oh, definitely not Gip Gap. That game is still way too complex.
What is?
CK3.
Yes, we should play that.
Not tonight.
I didn't say tonight. I said we should just play it.
Fair point. Yes, Dunbrine, I am ignoring the traitors. You thought we were going to play CK3? I mean, we probably will again at some point.
But I'll admit, what made you think that we were going to do that at all? I don't think we mentioned it.
I think Jits is referring to in general rather than tonight.
Oh.
I think. I could be wrong. It could also be a criminal mastermind type plot to overthrow all of us and existence itself. Do 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 do. Well, hello there to you, Slitherite. I am okay. And how are you? Oh, I don't have any of that. I needs me some of that. Crystals, will you grow faster, please? I don't want to sit here all day. But I guess instead I can work on a windmill. Pat pat the Rygon.
Meow.
Such a good friend.
Now to do evil.
What?
Nothing.
Did you just say you're evil?
No.
Pretty sure I heard you say that, though.
No, I've been turned into Sailor Moon.
Slitherite, yeah. Something like Factorio or... For me, it's like Minecraft, Factorio, Civilization, Stellaris. Games like those are what I enjoy when I am feeling the blah. And then and also another alternative that you could do is you see that little @Rygon Plays, it's a different color right there in the title. You should click that and go check out his channel. Looking at the cute little Umbreon or whatever he is right now, it would definitely help. Absolutely.
Whatever he is right now.
My computer is crummy. I can't exactly tell what you are right now.
Oh.
I apologize. I have so many freaking saddles and I can't do anything with them.
Yes, Senshu, I need snugs.
Well, I will offer snugs. I know you wanted them from Senshu, but I'm giving them anyways. So, suck it up and deal.
For snugs?
Yes.
I blanked out.
Well, I said what I said.
I don't know. You said I blanked out.
I have spoken.
Okay.
This is the way.
Joke.
I need to stop scrolling through news. That's just gonna make me sad.
Well, that's why I like to just sit here and play games all day and never look at the news. Games don't make me sad.
I beg to differ.
What do you mean?
You've had some that definitely have made you sad.
You know, that's fair.
Oh, we got a session, so...
You don't sound excited.
I'm just debating on what we're gonna do.
Oh. Do it, Lightning Dragon. Prism, hello. Well, I mean, as far as stuff that we'll be doing, obviously we're going to be advancing the plot at least a bit, right? We just rescued the Ponyta. We're going to take them back. Well, I guess rescued isn't exactly the right word, but it's more we blew up a building and they came to investigate, and then we were like, hey, come with us. And by we blew up a building, I of course mean Amos blew up a building. Am I just rambling and nobody talked?
That's nice, dear. No, I heard you.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm talking to our new player. Well, sending a message anyway.
Oh. Yes, my replacement. I recall them well.
Down, please.
Okay. Hey, Fetch. But is there audio desync?
You think I'm an inspiration and mean a lot to others struggling so hard? Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you to say, Polden.
Oh, hey, Polden. Haven't seen you in a bit.
What brought that on? I'm just kind of vibing.
And Lightning Dragon, it's certainly something I might check out at some point when it's a bit more fleshed out. I like the looks of this banner. I really wish I could
Just
turn
being here,
off.
seeing me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Saying just being here and seeing me again? Aw. You've been stuck in a spiral of shame and guilt? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you ever need to say some or chat, just let me know. I can't counsel. That would be unethical. But I can always listen.
Alright, fair enough, Lightning Dragon. I appreciate you letting me know just in case there was actually an issue. Oh, what I was saying is I really wish I could turn off the enchanted shimmer on equipment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it. It's very distracting, and ADHD brain is like, ah. Hey, Jaffer! How are you doing? It's great to see you. Oh, right. I should probably go put all these fishies into the aquarium. One day at a time? Well, that's all you really can do. But you know, you got lots of people here that love you and care about you. Like Rygon.
Me. I have to go tell an artist that I did give them that detail and that they shouldn't be snippy. Just because I asked for proper edit.
Always sucks having to do that. Been there, done that way too many times. Yeah, Jaffer, you're not alone. Arrgh. Where, Nemamole? Hello there, Werny.
Row. Row.
Werny, you should come join Voice and show off your new thingamajigger. Oh, right, we're over in Rygon's Discord, so you have to be moved up.
Meh.
Rygon.
Hello.
Row. Squimches. You wait, let me change the icons. Under the stinky mop.
Yeah, like I said, it was coming. Just had to be patient.
You know, this dumb fox brain go Bert. Maybe to bother ferrets and to come into voice.
Hey there, gaming furry. Hello, Achi. I have apple. Do you like my apple? Are you jealous of my apple, Rygon?
What's up?
Are you jealous of my apple?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have apples.
Oh,
And ow, why spaz?
There. Duke.
Duke.
Duke. Arow Dukes.
Rygon, you should
Did I ever
check
show you
this.
that
You should check the talkie icons, Rygon.
you'll have to give me a bit. I'm distracted right now.
Okay.
did I ever show you the animatic and storyboard for a project that I worked on when I was in school? 'Cause the main character of it was Marten.
I don't think you have. And I am
I'll have to try to
offended
dig
that you
that out.
haven't.
That one was I gotta see if I can find any stuff from that project because I think I have some of the concept art of the character and the model sheet of the character, but I don't know if I have the animatic anymore. But we had to do an animation project, and I made the main character a Marten for some reason.
Because it's your true calling.
Duke. Martens are very neat. It was a female Marten character.
Oh, nice.
Can even my mind's blanking on what would even name the fucking project right now. Let me see if I could find anything on it.
A Martet.
Martet. It was from 11-13. It was a project of My Marten character tries to escape a city as things go not good.
Oh, TF?
No, basically the city is hit by like an EMP. And then there's just like kind of going off, and there's like this kind of chaos and confusion of the characters and like the whole city as I try to like find a way to escape. I don't know where I put any of the art for it. Probably lost to whatever Dropbox I left it in for school stuff. I think I have
Well-
some of it in like my portfolio stuff but I don't know. I have to dig that shit out.
Well, I know how you can make it right for this egregious insult of you never sharing it with me and losing it. Are you ready? Are you ready for this method? Okay, so what you're gonna need to do now is make an animatic for the poker roll.
Maybe. If I ever get enough brain energy to... And I need to snort enough Adderall to work on that.
Wernie! Behave! But do you agree, Rygon? Is he
For what?
deafened or... Oh,
No,
I can't see.
I'm doing my own thing. What is it? What's
I
up?
don't know. Oh, I was saying that Wernie should do an animatic for the poker roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Give us
What
the opening.
from Pokeball would I even do it of?
I'll just do it as a, just do it as a, you know, the, opening.
So make Pokeroll an anime intro.
Yeah.
I might be able to do something. Just simple animatic, no colors, simple shading.
But Wernie, it must have everything.
Yeah, but that would take like a year for like 1 minute.
And just make a 6-hour long anime movie out of poker roll.
Okay, I'll see you in 6 years.
See ya.
Yeah, I've done like minute-long animations. They take a very long time. So there's a reason why animation teams for like shows and stuff, very big team. A lot of animators. And they all get like specific jobs.
Well, your job now is to go get started.
I mean, it's script, storyboard.
Where did all of my nether quartz go?
I do kind of want to work on like stuff for my portfolio in case I ever decide to try and do work for stuff for art or animation or game design. But for the past years, I've been steering clear of any of that stuff.
You know, that's fair. You feel like your GPU is starting to die? That's no good. You should bap it. That'll make it work. Or it'll break it worse, one of the two.
Yeah. I need to like clean out my PC case again. It's probably getting full of dust again.
Probably should.
Yeah, I'll probably do that when I actually get around to installing the new M.2 slot SSD that's been sitting on my desk for 4 months now. It's like, oh yes, I'm excited to get this new part for my computer. Proceeds to just let it sit on my desk for months because I can't seem to find the time or energy to open up my PC and install it.
Of course you do.
My only real issue with applied energistics is
Growl.
this process of a lot of different things where they're not easy to actually, it's very much set up to be very difficult to actually, automate. And yet the whole point of AE2 is automation of everything.
Yeah. I want to play more Minecraft mod sets because I haven't played a whole lot of a lot of the mods.
Well, go
Right.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only
What's
time I really
stopping you?
play Minecraft is when I'm playing on a friend's server. I don't really get around to playing it by myself.
Oh.
Also, judging by the fact that I got a hug sticker from Ferret, I'm guessing he likes the icon.
Yeah, he likes it. I was really happy with it, so it made me happy.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you, Zim.
Mm-hmm.
If an artist not doing their own job put me in a bad mood.
Oh.
May I ask for their name and DM so I know to avoid ever getting anything from them?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's one of those things that like it's easy to see how it got overlooked, but still like don't complain when we did give you the reference and you just simply, skipped over that piece.
Yeah, I agree, Polden. It's like, not to mention, A2 just looks nicer. Like, it really does. Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm. Close. Yeah, a friend and I just picked up commission from them, and they missed one detail about the freaking hair, and we of course asked them to correct it, and they kind of had to throw a little bit of hissy fit because they didn't understand it properly. Like, what was the thing they said, like specifically? Um, they just said done. Dot. Please give me these beforehand in the future. I don't like returning the pieces I think are finished. Thank you. Like, yeah, all right.
Zoro, yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. I have no plans for Easter. Also, Slitherite, I don't think that Draconic Evolution is in this mod pack, and I've never actually... never even touched it. Yeah, it's not in this pack. self-destruct button. I do enjoy my self-destruct buttons. Free the self-destruct! You better free that self-destruct, Warney.
What did I just say?
I said you better free that self-destruct.
Yes. I mean, I am the self-destruct
Row.
if you need me to be. I speedrun griefing. I'm very good at it.
Hey, Gib Gab. Thank you for the gift sub to Senshu. Enjoy your ad-free experience, Senshu. It's just one of those things. I don't particularly like it when people get all snippy for doing their job. Like, excuse me for telling you to do your job.
Well, it's also you spent a lot of money on this.
Well, that's exactly it. And it wasn't even like a big major edit. It was like, hey, put a little bit of blue in the hair. That's it. Sorry that I took you, how best to say it? Sorry that I had you reopen a former art piece and labor intensively just to recolor some hair. I'm sure you putting that stone block on the Egyptian pyramids was just such an undertaking for you. No! Hey, eating. Oh, thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh, a party of 20? What do I do with all of you? Thank you for the follow, Mortis Deum Lost. Well, to all of my raiders, my name is Rygon. I'm a variety streamer.
Row.
Currently, I am doing some writing. So that's why we're kind of chilling, we're hanging out, but I do play games, promise. And I do all sorts of different activities here on stream. Sometimes hanging with friends, sometimes we can be watching a little something. More often than not, I'm playing games, horror, adventure, just all sorts of different kinds. Some of which you may know, a lot of which you probably don't. I do silly voices, and, people just say I'm chill. So welcome, welcome. Kick up your feet and enjoy. And thank you, Gib Gab, for giving us the shout out to
I
Aviating
love
Wolf.
physics.
Ungibbs your gab.
How's your stream, Aviating? Right now, I was just complaining because an artist was, had to do their job. And then they got snippy. It was well? Good. What did you end up doing? Doing some chill vibes in Stardew? Oh, that's actually one I've been thinking about trying. I actually downloaded a huge mod list for it, and I'm thinking I might give it a go soonish. It's supposed to expand on giving a few new towns, some more NPCs to meet, as well as your general game fixes and just quality of life improvements.
Senshu, Seda was laughing at the, he was doing something in Kerbal Space Program, and that's what he was laughing at in that little voice line.
You need to download that mod if you ever do Stardew again, because the game is very nice as is. It's a very fun and a good way to just relax with chat. Heck yeah. Yeah, I always enjoy games that allow you a chance to just get to chat with, well, chat. I was actually playing some of that, something like that earlier today, which was World War II Rebuilder. A very interesting simulator where, well, you're rebuilding buildings and stuff after the end of World War II. So no violence or anything like that, just good old deconstruction and reconstruction. What's up?
Have you ever played a gas station simulator or the long drive?
Yes.
I played Gas Station Simulator, but not the long drive.
I like those games. Like when I would play those when I would just want to like chill with chat. Cause like I just like stop what I was doing and go on like weird tangents with chat and pull up on Twitter and then and then end up playing GeoGuessr for the rest of the stream. But that's why I like those kind of games. So I mostly stream to just like vibe with chat. Mostly what I'm be doing.
Oh yes, Aviating, you're more than welcome to hop on as well.
It's definitely a game I'd be interested in playing at some point, Slitherite.
And hello there, Seda. Are you hiding, you little pop-up wolf? Little pop-up wolf. Yeah, Aviating, if you would like to join, you're more than welcome to. I just pop into the waiting room and I'll get you in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you two doing?
My social battery is at 0.
I can imagine. Well,
Yeah,
I
I just got
appreciate
home
your
from a-
sacrifice being willing to talk with us.
Look,
Yeah,
this is recharging my social battery.
Squish
Go
is the
ahead,
Seda.
Ren.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel sad because I just getting home from like a family thing. I'm like, me
Oh,
brain,
I hear you.
brain tires squish.
I definitely hear you both. And Aviating, thank you for getting those details to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just want to make sure if there's anything you if needed. Yeah, I just want to make sure that if there's anything you want, like if there's anything you need, any other details, hopefully, again, I'm a little, yeah, it was a little bit rushed on my side, but I hope
No
hopefully
worries.
it's all good.
I've already got your intro all planned. Well, not all planned out, but I've already got an idea of how I'm going to want to run that. So you are actually more or less good to go. We'll probably have to take a bit of time out of session to get your character sheet set up. But by and large, you are more or less set. We'll just need to talk over a few of the character concepts, which we can just do it in a more generalized sense. Since we do have other players here. But like just again, like there'd be like an emphasis on the fact that there are no humans. So them as a concept doesn't exist to your character.
Right, like it's like what are human?
Yeah.
Hey there,
At
evil coffee
most-
rabbit.
At most, you have an idea that you used to be something different before, but you don't know what. Now, it could be human. It could be something else entirely. That'll be for me to know.
We will also
I-
need to get together for getting the art done.
Yes.
I am excited.
Ruck, ruck.
The art will be done by Mary, Zim's artist. You will of course have to pay a little bit to get it, but she tends to work very quickly, and the art is high quality. Zim, if possible, would we be able to get the talkie icons first?
Yes, I do go for those first.
Okay.
And if you give me those details, there's a possibility she could get it done before session.
Yeah. Which actually, we could just talk some details on your character right now, and then you can send Zim a more formalized form. What does your character look like?
Oh, is that to me or?
Yes.
Oh, huh. Hmm. Definitely. I definitely am, like, especially like with these species. I am thinking about more. Actually, that is actually a really good question, and I will actually have to take a little bit more time to take on the full details. But I definitely do know, like for concept wise, I do want to try to get some of that, like aquatic features as well. And I don't know if so I don't know if like essentially like if there's a particular time you want me to get those details set up. If I do want it, I do may need to take a little bit of that as well.
Actor Hal has raided my stream with 1
but
viewers.
Definitely, I've been thinking about maybe kind of like a bit of the like maybe like kind of like more or less like a very general sense of a direction of like like I guess more like the definitely I've been thinking about maybe something like I don't know if you know like those like flying fishes or whatever or something similar to that. So I was thinking about maybe kind of like taking a little bit of that kind of inspiration with some like also like maybe bird elements. Yeah, but again, there's there's some things I again kind of try to get refined.
Hold on for just a second. Zim, go ahead and do what you're going to do. I know you're anxious for it.
Actor House, thank you very much for that raid. How was your stream? And yes, Fox Warrior, one person can raid. Yeah, I mean, I still appreciate it.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So there will be a couple of things that one probably should keep in mind. One, you are coming from a base form. Rockruff is a rock type Pokemon, if I recall.
Right.
How did they have that transfer from rock type to, what was it, flying water?
Yeah.
Okay. How did they go from rock to flying water?
Well, I would imagine that they would kind of like more. I would say like if like living in more like a coastal area. It definitely, especially like high winds, and especially like the differences between like the wind from like the sea to the to land. Definitely like producing a large like updraft, and they essentially use that updraft to kind of like help them like hunt on the water, and essentially kind of, and also that they and also like because they mostly primarily eat like their diet is based on the coast, like especially like fish, and also maybe even just like some vegetation in the ground as well, like or similar like that, like kind of like I guess like evolving from that kind of environment.
Let me introduce an idea.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's a kind of rock that can float on water?
Oh, there is.
Yep.
It's
Why don't you go ahead and
volcanic
give
rock,
that
right?
Volcano enough, right?
You are correct. It's a volcanic rock. Go ahead and give that a quick Google and tell me what that name is.
Let's see here. Hopefully, I got this right here. Pumice.
Don Brian,
Pumice.
I don't think they're looking at my chat right now, so
No, there's a reason why I'm having aviating look it up. So yeah, Pumice, I believe it's
Pumice.
is,
Oh yeah, Pumice. Yeah.
I
Pumice,
believe it's
but
pronounced
doesn't
pumice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Pumice. Anyway, it's a very light rock, one that is able to float on top of water, and well, perhaps we could just take it a step further, and this rock also is light enough to float on air. So, in other words, the environment that your particular type of rock ruff has evolved in has allowed for their genetic rock structure to take on the properties of this very light rock. One that has enabled him to evolve from being a pure rock type into a flying water type. But how do we introduce the water? Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Because of flying, of course, we got the lightness there. But the water. So maybe there is something else that we could bring in. There's the myth of Moses hitting the rock and getting water squeezed from it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My kind of thought around it was, if you have a rock or species that's specialized in hunting in around aquatic environments, developing aquatic adaptations like fins and the likes to be able to almost travel speedily across the surface of the water due to how light they are. Less locomotion of the arms, but more of just the streamlined form and the fins to help almost move either the air or the water around so they can travel faster and hunt.
You raised an interesting point. Speed. So they are light, and thanks to their environmental developments, they are fast. So it almost sounds like your Rockruff has evolved from this kind of heavy, puppy-like form into a very quick, finned, lighter than air rock form. But I would also imagine that probably makes them very fragile as well. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that your character has to take health penalty points or that they are naturally just super faster than everyone else, but from a game roleplay and personality perspective, perhaps those are things that you can integrate into your character.
I see. I see.
I will say that when
Yeah,
it
like
comes to pumice, the reason that it floats on the surface of water and such is because it's a very, not exactly fragile, but it's got a lot of microscopic and bigger air holes in it.
Mm-hmm. It comes from the quick cooldown that it receives when it hits water, if I recall.
And
So what are
it's
your thoughts, Aviator?
yes, right. I do like where this is like the direction is going with. I think I think it would be really interesting. Like normally, like especially with um I guess in the role playing sense, it's something to kind of be a little bit more mindful as well. Or I want to say like again, like not really like stat wise, but just kind of like because of the light nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think I could work with it.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually a follow-up thought that I had because I'm like remembering a bit more of the example that Abby brought up. If I guess just images for the general chat, just to kind of like share an
Yeah,
example.
you can put images. You can put images into images.
Cool. I'm now just getting this mental image of like this particular rock species, just due to environmental pressures. Their primary form of hunting is effectively jumping off of a cliff, gliding down, and like doing almost an ambush on their prey in the water, swimming and then like getting out, almost like dive bomb style.
I think there's a species of bird that also does that as well, I believe.
I'm glad that you were willing to take on this idea for the pumice, because that actually can flow very well into a different storyline that I've got going on. One that I can't really reveal here for obvious reasons. But let's just say that there will be some interconnectedness that may surprise all of you. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to play out this thought experiment in particular, though, was this is the kind of thoughts and considerations that I would like for you as a player to also have. That there should always be a reason for one's actions or character behaviors and so on and so forth. You know, and the consequences therein as a result of them.
Right.
We were talking about that last night, Slitherite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A very good example, and this is one that we mentioned earlier, to emphasize this, is when the group had to run away from the tunnel rats, from the Diglets. They had gone in, they had just conquered their essentially the tunnel rats' base of operations, which was literally right next door, mind you, and then left it alone. And then they, as a group, left, leaving Ethan and Doc behind in the home, which is right next to the base, well, a base of operations for the tunnel rats. Obviously, we see how that turned out when the tunnel rats, you know, seeing an opportunity, invaded.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah.
definitely a good example of the kind of cause and effect that is happening in this world. And things will happen whether you want them to or not.
Right, and then essentially because of like how we choose, you know, what we choose to do, you know, these sets, you know, essentially will fall upon how how it's interacted, how we interact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as deciding what to take with you can be very important. This game, because it's got an emphasis on exploration, does utilize an item limitation system, a weight system. I can't remember exactly how we went about it. But in other words, you're going to have to be very careful in determining what do you want to keep and what do you want to get rid of. Because you can't keep all the cool things you find, and not all of it's going to be useful.
Right. So yeah. So essentially, like even the items that we carry, and even like or even just like how we even use them as well, can just essentially play a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zim, Seda, do you have any examples of the kind of concept we're talking about right now, that your decisions matter?
Um. Hmm. I'm trying to think of another one that is. I mean, there's one that I wasn't quite there for, but the decision to go exploring around the rooms, at Starlight, when everything was under lockdown, that had some very big consequences.
That is correct. Ended up
Because,
having the whole team being chased out.
mm-hmm.
But it also revealed some very important information that the team may not have been privy to for a while.
Yep. Um. I mean I guess like obviously the biggest one to kind of like elaborate on what you were talking about there was the decision to, I guess like the two-part decision to investigate the hole, where the tunnel rats were, but we were looking for a certain herb. But it was that decision to, oh, well, what is this ruckus and noise outside? We could have very easily said, okay, well, hey, it's probably a trap, let's just stay put. And the tunnel rats, probably would have still maybe gone in, potentially, but, wouldn't have had potentially as dire of a consequence. But we left to go investigate, what ended up being the traveling circus. The benefit is that we got to see a little bit more of the world. In particular, and I'm just actually like looking at like my notes here just so I don't get the name wrong. Madeline, like we met Madeline the fortune teller. And we got a little bit of an insight in terms of a little bit of what's happened and a little bit of where we might potentially be going.
Actor How's I've been doing alright, and yourself?
The consequence is that we left the house alone, unprotected. I mean, Doc definitely, held her own, but, we are still living with the consequence of that action in terms of Ethan being basically incapacitated.
Mm-hmm. There's been all sorts of little things.
And it's also one of those things where, like, some of the things we won't be able to see and appreciate those consequences for a while. Because, like, we, go into the hole to deal with, to go get the herb for Doc. We encounter the tunnel rats, we just squish them, and we're kind of feeling a little bit cocky. And we're like, oh, hey, we showed them, didn't think anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, because in most games, once you conquer a little location and you wipe out the bad guys, that's the end of it usually, right?
Or we thought we hurt their pride enough that just they wouldn't want to mess with us again. But nope, they swore revenge. And saw an opportunity to divide and conquer. The the guild members that we came across that weren't from Starlight, but that other guild that we found their remains in the same building, we made the decision to take those medallions.
Mm-hmm.
Should in the future we encounter the same guild, what kind of positive or negative social interaction will we get from that?
Very good question.
Dart's not very keen to give up the Magi's foci. What if we come across more? What if we come across an expert?
Oh yeah. And before we get too much further along, going back to the tunnel rats very briefly, I did make mention to all of you about that potential consequences. Do you remember what it was?
Yes. In terms of there are
What was
many
it?
consequences. In terms of the particular consequences, I actually don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. I actually stated, and this is something you'll find that I'll do very often aviating.
Mm-hmm.
When the group themselves were on the edge of going into the carnival circus, carnival/circus, I actually stated that there were a couple of the tunnel rats who were meandering at the edge of the crowd as well, and who spotted the group, and then they, I believe, whispered to each other. They kind of like gave a couple of dirty looks and whispered to each other. That was it. That's all I said.
Yep, and we just assumed that, like, okay, look, we already messed with them. Like, we showed them who's boss. Like, they won't want to mess with us, and they didn't mess with us directly. They messed with where we were keeping our stuff.
Oh.
So
They messed with
something else to
our
kind of keep in mind.
temporary home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So something else to kind of keep in mind is pay very close attention to what I am saying and how I am saying it. Because oftentimes I will give you all little world building clues, hints, as well as considerations just from my speech. My players, I believe, should know those fairly well by now, but I want to make sure I state it for you, because when I talk during session, I generally talk in a very purposeful sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Though definitely the tricky thing is to not read too much into it as a player, but also thinking about it from the perspective of your character. Because I feel like this is a lesson now that we might make the mistake maybe one more time, but we probably won't make the mistake again after that. Because, like, we see them? Okay, hey, look, we don't want trouble. Whatever. Now we might have to question them.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, like, essentially, even choosing not to engage as well, it will have its own consequences as well.
Everything's got a consequence. Even rolling too well can have a consequence.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh no,
But, like-
Zim rolled too good on his phasing. He's phased into a different dimension.
but generally, I try to keep things interesting. And again, kind of like I say in the rules, my goal is not to kill your character. My goal is not to frustrate you or whatnot. My goal is to create a story with you and, well, to keep things moving along in an entertaining way.
Right. And again, like, and again, like, as well, it's like, I think this is like, more or less as a what's it, like a new player as well. If I'm participating tonight, it's just something I guess over time I'll slowly start to kind of get the swing of things.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we have about an hour left. We could go ahead and take a little bit of time to get your character sheet set up if you'd like. Because if you do, and it wouldn't, honestly, it probably wouldn't take super long. Although I would prefer RZ or Lyndon or someone else who's more familiar with that to be here.
If I were to kind of interject, I will say that I want to play it on a little bit on the safe side, because knowing how, and this is just my experience when it comes to like character building, it may take longer than the usual time. So I more or less have also, I kind of want to also know the swing of things as well, kind of being on the
Yeah.
table. I think it would be, I think it would be a little bit easier for me as not only just like as a as a player, but also just kind of like just I would just say like make it to help the ease of flow and sort of like instead of me just like kind of like stumble on the way. So me just kind of like at least getting to know the flow just to make it a little bit easier for me and also for the other players as well.
Okay. So
yeah.
then, if I'm understanding you correctly, you want to just watch.
Essentially, for I would say it would be like just to also kind of like I think it's also because I want to also just get a little bit things refined as well instead of just like I said, like I don't want to rush myself or so make it easier for everyone else on the table just so it's instead of like having a new player and stumble. Yeah.
Then I will give you a little bit of a power.
Oh, power?
When you feel like you're ready to participate, you tell me. Okay? I've already got how you're going to be coming in figured out. So all you have to do is just simply say, I'm ready. If you do not say anything within the next 3 sessions, though, then I will remove that power and I will do it for you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So, and the reason why I'm giving you this particular power is because you can then insert it at the moment you find would be most interesting.
That actually would sound good.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is like the session itself, correct? Like for the whole session, right? Like each session would be like I believe it's every week, right? Every Saturday.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I ask that you don't do it right at the end of the session. That would be
Right. Absolutely.
that'd be, I guess, it'd be quite the cliffhanger if nothing else. But yeah.
The session ends on a cliffhanger of basically our Pokeroll version of the Terminator opening, but as opposed to a Terminator, it's just a Rockruff.
But yeah, anyway, I do have something very interesting for you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You just let me know. You just say I'm ready when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to have your character sheet set up. You don't have to have anything like that figured out. You just have to say I'm ready.
All right. Yep. That sounds good. And then again, thank you for with everything as well.
Of course.
I was also going to joke, like, I can just like feel Orem now at work sensing a disturbance in the force, just licking his lips just at the opportunity to be like, I can make another Pokemon.
Yeah, Orem, he knows his Pokemon very well inside and out, so he's been very helpful in creating some of our more custom ones.
Yep. Choosing abilities, making a custom move if you really want.
Yeah, I've already used a couple of them. But I've also got a few in my own back pocket that I can bring out if I need to. So, not even Orem knows everything. At least in terms of that.
Be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
I guess it's more or less of I think it's just more or less of from what I'm just kind of imagining like as a checklist, it's just kind of figure out like what I need to kind of essentially prepare. But I think like once I kind of like get the swing, like I just kind of want to see if I can get the swing of things first. See if
Okay.
yeah, it's just yeah because again it's just I want to make sure that I yeah sorry just definitely just try to like figure out like I guess it's yeah it's just again just like trying to like figure out whether or not if I need to um I guess it's more or less if there's any like documents or anything I need particularly with it. But
I
No.
will link you to the Book Rules rulebook.
Yep. The only thing you
Yeah.
need is just that little rule book, and it'll give you a basic overview of how the game itself is played.
Mhm.
But in terms of any other documentation, no. You're coming in blind,
Yep.
just like my
Um,
other players.
Yep. Like the way that I see it, there's kind of three different aspects that, like, as Rygon's pointing out, don't have to all happen at once or all have to have happened for you to start. On like Rygon's side, and Rygon, please correct me if I'm incorrect, because I don't want to be putting words in your mouth. I'm just kind of speaking from my experience. For like Rygon's side of things, just more or less have those core details of your character figured out, as it sounds like you already have. Like, how would your character roleplay? Because obviously the most important thing is telling a story. For Zim's side of things, if there's any particular feature or color tone that you want for your character or any particular accessory that you feel like would be important to be included on the art, any definable features, as I said, like color, fur tones, eye colors, scars, no scars, weird fur features, like, I tossed out the idea of like fins and stuff if you want anything in particular.
Mhm.
Probably focus a bit more on the face because the talkie icon happens first, but then you can
Right.
think about the full body details.
Dragon whiskers.
Yeah, because I think like I think like you mentioned that as well. I think like my main concern is just like also like I want to take that time to figure out like the physical attributes, take any inspirations or whatever, and also all
Do,
that
do, do,
character
do,
stuff.
do we have to drag Gusty aside and like pull out the Rockruff face again?
We may need to just to help. It definitely because like definitely it when it comes to like any like character creation, it's like that tends that's always going to be the longest part for me because it's like I want to like I like it's definitely like kind of how I see the character would help me kind
What
of
color
like
tone do you want that blue stripe on your Rockruff?
Oh, I suppose something else to kind of make mention as well is this character is not you.
right.
Yeah.
So definitely
You've
yeah,
roleplayed enough that you should know that by now.
right.
Yeah, I unfortunately did have one player who um, ended up leaving because they could not separate the in-character actions from out-of-character stuff. So I'm just making that warning now. Whatever happens to your character does not necessarily mean that that's
Right.
what's being reflected on you.
Right. It's just the again just for the character here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And like the third other aspect, which you'll probably be chatting with either Arzadeu or Aurum, or any combination of us, and obviously giving it all through the approval with Rygon would just be the more mechanic side of things, to set up the character sheet, coming up with a move set for your Rockruff,
Right.
determining their abilities, because obviously your Rockruff species and Zim's Rockruff species are so far deviated from a traditional Rockruff that just go with a custom ability or go with a completely different ability. Like
Right.
I went with the more traditional ground kind of like sturdy type to start off with because it felt like it made sense, especially for the steel type. But you can kind of go wherever and think about how you might want to incorporate that or have that make sense. And in the I sent you the link there, sweetheart.
Yeah.
The first one, or it's the first two links. The
Ah. I'm just looking for some more netherite right now, everybody. That's what I'm doing here in the nether. The shovel's definitely coming in handy in here for doing so, though. Thank you for the head pat, Senshu.
Joke.
Yes, it was done, Brian. Hey there, Zelo. How you doing?
Joke.
Not a single piece of ancient debris at all. But I want to try and check out Apotheosis, and it requires that reforging bench thing. Oh, I know it's very rare, but... What are you saying wow about, Balasar? Also, I will be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Alright. What do we got for quests? Paladin still. Alright, place your troops, everybody. And I'm sure blast mining would probably be the most effective option, but... Well, I found some. I found 2. Aw, no third. Oh, well. I got 2 ancient debris so far. All of this. And just 2. At least it's better than what I heard before about netherite, was that you had to go look for it in the lava pools. I don't know if that's actually how it's worked, but pretty sure that's what it was. At least at one point. God damn it. You know, Evilcraft, you don't have to live up to your friggin' name. I know you're all about evil stuff, but did you really have to put frickin' silverfish in the nether? Ugh. At least so that these ones don't seem to have the trait that the overworld ones have, where they can burrow and multiply like crazy. But yes, they are definitely annoying. God, I'm winding up with so much netherrack. I might actually void some of this netherrack. I never void resources. Well, at least I'm leveling up my shovel a lot. So there's that. Yes, I know you exist, little magma cube. And now you're dead. Wait, what, Slitherite? would agree with you, Solette. Like, yeah, we got those end villages, but otherwise it's like, okay. Woo. Iggy. Hi, Fetch. That would be exceedingly annoying, Slitherite. I think the word you're looking for is discourage. I mean, sure, you could use adventure mode, or you can just, you know, be evil. I have so many stacks of netherrack. We'll just pull these out and spread these out a little bit. Have I heard of the super hostile CTM maps? What is CTM? Well, no, I haven't heard of any of those maps. But, complete the monument? Huh. Nor the I haven't heard of the maker either. Fetch is very well aware of those, Slitherite. Fetch sent me on a fetch quest for a deer last night. Um. I, um. Um. I. I seem to have broken the world. I'm scared to walk into it, Fetch. I might lose all of my stuff. But I'm also curious. Oh, this one doesn't exist either. Okay. Neither of those exist. We're gonna go dig elsewhere. The hell? Oh, Zorro. What's up? I was like, I'm not even in a voice chat. Why is it playing that? Yeah, Zorro definitely got me with that one. The only problem with this shovel is that it mines so fast. It's like, okay, I just want this one singular block broken. And there goes half the world. And Fetch, they didn't need me over there, so I went ahead and left. I agree, Zolette. Having large areas mining would definitely make things easier in vanilla. I stepped away for a second. Where did you all come from? Well, I guess at least I've got a farm for magma cubes now. I agree, Slitherite. They really have fantastic music. I love the Zelda music. You know, the funny part about that sound effect, Zoro, is that I don't actually use the default sounds for anything. But it seems that you are at least getting others in the chat. Oh my god, there are so many of them up there. I want this gold ore. But is it worth the cost? No. No, it is not. I've got plenty of gold. Oh no, you broke. I am really glad that the piglin, the zombified piglins don't get triggered over AoE effect. At least not with this sword. Yeah, Actor Hell's kind of a devious thing to do. This is what I need. Bloop. Pick that back up. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head back. I only have 2 ancient debris, which might be enough for me to, You little bastard. I was going to let you live. And then you went and pulled... Hello? I guess I'll see you on the other side! Ow. Come on. Come out here. You can do it. I just need a single netherite ingot. That's all. Are you having fun, Zoro? So it looks like the induction smelter would give me a guaranteed 2 out of it, rather than only a 75% chance. Oh, you're getting it all out before poker roll? Fair enough. I'll be right back again. You're currently playing a Skyblock pack called Skyopolis 5? Well, nice. I hope you're having fun with it. Oh, I can't wait to get all of this into an ME system. What is this one? Ah, it's the press. Hello, Banan. How are ya? Oh, right. I've got a bunch of ore in here. Also, I should probably go put this, I should go put all of this netherrack somewhere. And well, I've got all these storage drawers set up that I'm not planning to do anything in particular with, so... Congrats! You all get filled up with that. Need more lava? What do I need lava for? Bored but good, you have a Sonic OC of sorts. Can you go on a bit of a ramble about said OC? Sure. And Orca, is my aquarium not good enough for the decoration? My aquarium with the Seriocon Stimkey walkway? Oh, one of the best parts of which is the rainbow glass for the outside of it. Like, that's nice, isn't it? And then here's the view from inside. With all the fishies. And we got a dolphin. Got a dolphin. And then we got some frogs. Alright, Banan. Yeah. I have no idea, Slitherite. Though, as far as I'm aware, they have. At least the only reason that I think they have is the fact that, well, I haven't had any, I haven't had this one disappear, so... You can't tell what are mods and what are vanilla these days. That's fair. You found an add-on or four you like for MC Bedrock? What is that? Oh, you're talking about the DLC or the paid for stuff, yeah. Hey, Chrysovos. What is this song? I recognize it. Oh, it's World of Goo. That's why I recognize it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, by all means, enjoy what you enjoy. I just personally can't, I can't get behind, the monetization practice there. It has an add-on that lets you smelt diamond and netherite into its uncrafted forms. I'm just still rather surprised that they've been able to pull off the freaking paid DLC thing. But then again, Minecraft is typically marketed towards kids, so Planet Minecraft? I'm not familiar with that one. Why have these not grown at all? Do they not have enough light over here? I don't even know if this thing is on or not. Okay, it is. Alright, I guess they do have enough light there. You've been sick since Tuesday? Ah. Well, I suppose I might as well go and wrap up this recording. Thank you everybody for joining us today for Minecraft on the All the Mods 8 mod pack. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.